So you guys have been hearing lots of things from me about Antarctica. Let's hear from some experts about some questions we might have about this wonderful continent. Hi guys, I found my friend Kari, and she is a bird expert. And even though penguins don't fly, they are considered birds. So Kari, how many penguin species are there?
Oh, so this may come as a surprise to you all, because I wonder how many you could name back in the classroom. But in total, there are 17 species of penguins.
17? Yeah. Wow. How many live here in Antarctica?
Oh, so in and true Antarctica, down on the continent, there are only 2 species which breed down there. But up on here, how many have we seen on the trip?
We've seen 3 that I can name right now.
So we've seen the Gentoo penguins, the chin straps which are here behind us, and the Adelie penguins are the 3 we've seen this trip.
Wow. Do you have a favorite penguin species?
Oh goodness, maybe this one actually.
The Staker penguin?
So that changes every day for me, I'm afraid, every day. So today it'll have to be the chin straps. Excuse me, sorry.
They sure are cute. Thank you. So here I am with my friend Grigori, and he is a marine biologist expert. So I want to know, Grigori, how many species of whales are there in Antarctica?
In Antarctica there are 8 species of large whales, plus there are some other species which are hardly ever seen, but they're probably coolest animals of all of them because they are deep divers. They're called beaked whales, several species of those. And they're hardly ever seen because they spend their life at great depths. They are out there in the ocean and they dive to nearly 4 kilometers depths, and that's where they feed.
Wow, so there could be whales all around us right now. We wouldn't
Right
know.
now, there might be one swimming under the ship.
Whoa, and this is a big ship.
It is a big ship.
Wow. So is there a species of whale that is your favorite, or one that you've never seen before and you really want to?
I must say I love all of them. I've spent most of my life studying gray whales, but now I switched over to bowhead whales, which are known to the Arctic. There is no bowhead whales in Antarctic, but I run my research in the remote corners of Russian Far East studying bowhead whales. But there is one species of cetaceans I really want to see, and I have never seen them before, which is southern right whale dolphin. And those are big dolphins over 4 meters long, completely black on top and absolutely white at the bottom. They live in big families and they travel ocean in groups of hundreds of those. So I have only seen pictures of those groups of hundreds of southern right whale dolphins just reaching the surface of the ocean, black on top, white underneath.
Like a penguin.
Pretty much coming right out of the water and gracefully entering the ocean and continuing to travel. And hundreds of those. That's what I really want to see one day.
So magnificent. Is there a spot in the world that you think would be a good spot to see them?
We are right there right now. So there might be a group of them just ahead of our ship, maybe a mile away.
We could see them today.
Yeah.
After years of looking.
After years of looking.
Let's go to the deck and find them. Bye. So I found my friend Mike here, and he has spent not 1, not 2, not 3, but 6 winters in Antarctica. Mike, tell us about winter here in Antarctica, the coldest continent.
All right, the best thing, the very best thing is the fact that in winter we have very small groups of people. About 15 people live on the station and we work with each other. We become a family. We learn how to do things together, our research, we learn how to do things that are not normal jobs back home. I can drive tractors and trains and things that I would never be able to do back at home. But then the other things, the environment, and there are 3 things that really grab me. One is the southern lights which play through the night sky. 2 is after sunset, the pinks and lilacs last for hour after hour and they're gorgeous. And the 3rd one is, very luckily, the emperor penguins come and they do their full breeding cycle in winter in amongst icebergs, and it is just the most magnificent sight.
That sounds magical, but how do you stay warm?
Look at me now.
Look at him now. Look at me.
And we do a polar plunge in winter by
No,
cutting
you
a
do
hole
not.
in the ice and jumping in. We pop out like penguins and into a hot tub straight away.
Oh my goodness.
Winter in Antarctica, beautiful.
Let's do it. Here I am with my friend Henry, and he is an expert on ice.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know how you become an expert on ice, but this guy is. So I have a question about ice. Why is some ice blue and some is white and some looks clear?
It's pretty simple. Ice is compressed snow, so you have those fluffy white snow which gets compressed. So the air in the snow is formed in bubbles, and those bubbles get compressed, and the more compressed they get, the less space they take in the ice. So when you have an ice cube in your freezer, you don't see bubbles in there. So the light goes straight through.
And it's clear.
It's clear.
Oh.
If it's bigger, then most of the red light of the light spectre gets absorbed and only the blue gets reflected. If it starts melting or has less compression, then you have a lot of bubbles in there. So all the light goes in and just bounces from bubble to bubble, and that's what it looks like.
So cool.
And so easy. There you go.
So I found my friend Sam here, and she's an expert in all things Antarctica. So Sam, I have a question. I was really surprised that Antarctica has a lot of mountains. I imagined it just flat ice. How did the mountains form, and why are they so black?
It's incredible, right? When you go to Antarctica, you get these big contrasts of huge pointy mountains, black with white, blue glaciers around them.
Yes.
It's very volcanic.
Volcanic?
It's very volcanic. Especially where we were in the Antarctic Peninsula, that little tail that Antarctica has.
Yeah.
If you look underwater, those mountains keep coming and they're still underwater, and then they come out again in South America.
What?
So it's the same big mountain chain, and that's the same mountain chain that you have in the Rockies. So
That's where we live.
Exactly. So all those big mountains that are in the ring of fire around the Pacific, those are all volcanoes, and they're all pushed up tectonic plates. So they're all really pointy and really black because they're basalt, they're metamorphic rock that is made by volcanoes, and then there's a lot of ash and there's a lot of magma, and you can find lava bombs on the beach, which are big boulders that have blown up from volcanoes.
In Antarctica.
Everywhere. It's really, really cool. And even a place like, there's still active volcanoes in Antarctica. There are places where you'll see smoke come out of the ice.
Incredible. Now, Sam is also one of the best world changers I know. So I have a question. What is something that we can be doing at home in Colorado or wherever to help make the world a better place?
Well, I'd like to say that if you're already thinking about wanting to make the world a better place, you're already setting yourself up for success. Step one. If you're working towards that, and if you think about what can I do today to make the world a better place, sometimes it's things that you don't think about when we talk about climate, and that's helping people, helping your neighbor, helping someone take care of their garden, making sure that there's clean streets, right? Cleaning up.
Yeah, we love to help others.
Exactly. So that kind of attitude, the same attitude that you have against helping others, you can also have that towards helping nature. So cleaning up, and just making a space in your life and around you for nature. And that can sometimes be insects, which is a little icky, but they're a natural part of life.
Yeah.
That could sometimes be weeds, normal plants that you have around that bring in butterflies and bees.
Ooh.
Taking care of trees, having all of that, making place for nature is going to be the big one. So helping others
And helping nature.
Oh,
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, one more question.
Mm-hmm.
My lips feel like they're about to fall off because Antarctica is so dry. How are your lips not falling off?
Oh, well, I have to say, I go to bed and I moisturize like crazy. But Antarctica is a desert. Did you know that?
A desert?
A complete desert.
All that ice?
Like the Sahara.
No.
It's because it doesn't rain. That's what a definition of a desert is. A place where there's hardly any rain, hardly any snow, which is just frozen rain.
Yes.
And Antarctica sometimes can only get about 10 millimeters of rain, which is about this much in one whole year.
One whole year.
So it's like a desert. So the air is dry. The wind, there's so much wind, it's going to take all that moisture away from you and crack you up.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now.
Yeah. So that's why the penguins are all well isolated. They're okay. Then they're going to spend time in the water and they're going to come back and they don't dry up and shrivel up.
They sure don't. Well, next time I come back, and if you guys come back, bring a lot of lotion and lip balm.
Sunglasses. You can get a good sunburn here.
Yeah, you can see mine. Well, thanks so much.
Well, thank you. And you guys have a lot of fun. Hope you enjoy all the videos and photos that the teacher will bring you.
Yes.
And maybe one day you'll get to see Antarctica yourselves.
Yes, you will. Bye. Hi guys, so I found my friend Shane here, and he invited me back behind the expedition leader's desk because this guy's the boss. So let's ask him a couple of questions. So Shane, how old do you have to be to come on a boat like this to Antarctica?
Well, the first thing I'm going to say is that we're not on a boat.
Oh, tell me more.
We're on a ship.
Ship. There's a difference.
Yes, because you can put a boat on a ship, but you
can
can't
you-
put a ship on a boat. So this is of the size that's called a ship.
Ship.
So that's the first thing we'll go with.
That's a really good distinction.
The next one is that the question is how old do you have to be? Our guideline is 8.
8. So you're not quite 8. Let's say you're like 6 or 7. What can you do at home to help keep Antarctica pristine like it is?
Well, pristine it is pristine, and what can we do is the best thing to do is to think globally but act locally, and we're finding plastics in our oceans down here, so give that some thought.
Way down here?
Yeah, you find them in the ocean. Another one is that you can go on to penguinwatch.org.
No.
Yeah, penguinwatch.org. And you can actually click on and help with citizen science. A scientist, Dr. Hart, Tom Hart, that's running this project called Penguin Watch. And so he does studies in Antarctica, and it's through cameras. So you've seen a couple of these cameras in the spots that we've stopped.
Yeah.
And with that camera, he takes millions of photos. And those photos are uploaded onto the site. And kids can go onto the site and help. And so what they do is that they can go on and click adults. And because what they're trying to do is get this algorithm set up, but they need our help. And so you can go on and you click an adult penguin and click an adult penguin and click an adult penguin, and it helps count. So the algorithm will know what's an adult. Then you can go on and go, that's a chick, that's a chick, that's a chick. Or that's an egg, that's an egg, that's an egg.
That is totally something we can do.
Yeah, so they can be at home, sit on their computer, and start to fall in love with Antarctica, because the best thing to fall in love with a place is to learn about it.
Yes.
If you know something about it, you might fall in love with it, and if you fall in love with it, you will help protect it.
You want to protect it. So what I'm hearing is make less trash, eliminate or reduce single-use plastic. That helps. And you guys can teach your parents and grandparents and neighbors to do the same. Go to penguinwatch.org and help out by selecting penguins and eggs. And did you know that I was a penguin in Antarctica?
I did. I saw you were a penguin on the bus.
I was and the ship.
And the ship,
Not the boat.
and on the island.
But a
and
Zodiac.
everything else. Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you for your time.
Well, thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
So I found my friend Ross here, and we're going to ask him a question. What is your favorite thing about Antarctica?
Well, for me, after coming down here for years, it's the ice, because the ice is everywhere.
It sure is, isn't it?
And it's not very colourful today behind us, but normally it's blue, and I call it indescribable blue because of the way the light shines through it. It's quite incredible. Hopefully you have a picture of it.
I sure do.
Yeah.
I'll have to show you guys. Awesome. Thank you. We're leaving Antarctica. This is so sad, but I have my friend Tristan here, and he's going to tell us his favorite thing about the 7th continent.
The thing I love about the 7th continent, Antarctica, is the fact that in it I feel incredibly small, and it makes me feel very, very humble.
I agree. Great answer.